Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll close out the Open League Summer Social Tournament here. This is round 3 of our third tournament, I believe it is, so we'll see how we can do. Unfortunately, our opponent has not joined for the second game, so there's no second round match, so you're not crazy on that. But we are going to be playing the Feeding Grounds. I am going to be playing as the Tyranids, and we're going to be going against the Tau. It has an 80-point target, 8-turn limit. And this is round 3 out of 3 with a 2,000 point squad. So we'll see what we can do here and get this going. And I've got our forces deployed here, and I just realized I accidentally saved the wrong army. And so this is not going to work well for us. So I have no heroes, but I've got instead 4 warriors and 3 Venomthropes, 2 Termagants, 2 Exocrines, a whole bunch of Gargoyles, a bunch of Hormagons, and some Biovores to try to take advantage of the lots of cover that's on this map to see if it'll work in our advantage here. But this is not the force I wanted to have with me. I was just clicking through some buttons, playing around with points, and I did not think I actually saved these changes. So this is not going to go well for us. Because when you're playing with the Tyranids, you actually are you want a lot of your forces to get killed to build up the momentum. Or not momentum, but the command points, because the Venom Strafe is an exceptionally powerful ability to use against the Tau because they have no healing and their infantry are incredibly susceptible to it, so it allows you to kill a bunch of different infantry units because they're usually grouped together to stack buffs around the commander. So without having that, this is going to be an absolute nightmare, and the units I have are probably not going to be an equal exchange here, so this is not good for us. And likewise, I was thinking that this army was going to be the one that was positioned on top, so I was thinking with my double Exocrines that I was going to be shooting in down that pathway here at all of his units, but since I'm actually sieging up the elevation, this is not great. So hopefully I can use the Exocrines to kind of shoot over here, assuming he's going to have a position. I'm not sure having him in the center is going to work out a whole lot, but maybe if he decides to camp, maybe in the center I could either shoot to the left or in the center. So maybe I am actually going to deviate this plan a little bit, and I'll bring them up this way, but I was thinking to have them up just on the left side. But I'm kind of at a loss here because of how I did this. Yeah. That's a big oopsie for sure. So we were able to capture a couple of points here. So we'll do this, and we'll run you over here, see if he's got anything on Overwatch. Yeah, he can't quite get there. So I guess we'll move you up here. See if we can bait anybody out. So he is there. It was set up on the strategic command point itself. So we'll try to body block to force him to come down here. Although I suppose he could just snipe it with a Pathfinder and jump down with the stealth suit. And these guys are so far behind that they're not going to be able to get into melee. And then with the angles here, you can see I can't quite get what I need to. So I'll just move you over, I guess. I guess we'll do that too, but this is not good positioning. And then maybe we'll just run the Hormagons over this way. Bring you up here to body block there. Move you over this way. Yeah, we'll set up our biovores. And bring the warriors over here. And I wonder if I can just drop these spore mines into these choke points here to stop him from being able to capture this point. Now if he goes with crisis suits, he's going to just be able to jump over them, I suppose. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get up here. It's like I could capture the point, but since the points are allocated on his turn, I don't think there's much benefit to doing that. Let's just start bringing these guys up this way. I don't think I want a body block. Yeah, see, he's got breachers and everybody here. I can't say I'm shocked by that. What do I want to do? He must have pathfinders back here too. I just can't see them. I'll move you over here maybe? And have you shoot there. Bring you here, I guess. Yeah, see, this is a problem. I've got too many guys over here. I gotta get up these stairs. And I don't want to set them up with a big flame attack, necessarily. So we'll pull you over here. I'll move you here. That should allow him to get an attack, assuming he comes down here and body blocks that with his commander. But he may just do hit and run stuff, I suppose. I think I should have moved my Termagon where the gargoyles are, because at least then he would have been in cover. I think I messed this up. Yeah, I think I should have done that, because I'm pretty sure he's going to get shot. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, so he's flaming those down. That was a mistake. And he's pulling back. Yeah, so he's gonna do hit and run stuff. Yeah, because those gargoyles I needed to survive to be able to nullify breachers and pathfinder. Yeah, see, he's got pathfinders. So now he's gonna shoot down my guys, right? Yep. Shit. Yep. Yep, that was a big deal. Yeah, you still got multiple breachers here. Alright. Yep, commander's coming down. Barely doing anything because of the accuracy and evasion. Yep, he's gonna flame them. More crisis suits. Yeah, I think he's going to have this one in the bag. I just don't have anything that can really kill those commanders. Because if I get the warriors in there, then they're just going to get flamed. If I try to do swarm tactics, then they're just going to get flamed the following turn. It's just so hard to kill him. And I guess this guy's actually still alive, even though he looks like he's a smushed bug. Those are breachers. So maybe we bring you over this way. Actually, wouldn't mind taking out the Pathfinders instead. I got you over here. I wonder what the chances are of you triggering that Overwatch fire. Alright, they didn't do it. Good. Let's come here. Good. So it'll kill at least 2 models there. If I bring you up, you'll definitely get shot. He'll easily be able to flame those guys down. If I move you up... Take that back. And I guess, do we do this? And you still got that other Pathfinder here, unfortunately. Let's see, he's got Fusion Blaster, Flamer. So he's got a kind of a more varied build now. Maybe I can run these gargoyles around the back to try to get a stealth capture. Pretty unlikely though. I can move the Biovores up. Now, if they're out of range like these guys are, the Spore Mine summoning actually has more range. So you can just summon that, and as long as it goes onto a square, it'll automatically hit. So you can use that to buff the range. And do it again. See, look at that. Barely did any damage. Just crazy. Ah, these Tau. Well, I guess we'll start shifting you over this way. If I bring you here, it's like a 50% chance to hit. Yes, even with the bonus damage and things like that, it's like 50% bonus damage. It did 6 damage. Oh man. If I bring you here, you'll get to attack, but then you're going to be at risk of double flaming. Do I just move you up to smack them?
Is that your best?
Alright, well that wasn't terrible. I guess we'll just move you down here, although he should still be able to do an angle flame on you. I'll set you up with your Overwatch here, I guess. You can go there. Warriors can be here. guess we'll just move you here to body block there. Alright, now this nightmare over here. I could charge into there, but they'll be shot to death by the dual breachers. I was kind of hoping to put that increased damage over here, but that is not going to happen. I'll move you up, I guess. Do something like this. Move you to here. I guess we'll move you there to stay in cover. I can move you up here. This should give you the synapse bonus. You got a 42% chance to hit. I think we just gotta take it, unfortunately. I get you up to 56. Alright, nice. You liquefied with a breacher. We definitely needed that. Yeah, we're still not going to be able to win on this left side. We're not going to win in the center. There's one commander unit is holding us off. Yeah, flame down the gargoyles. Yeah, did his flame attack. They're still alive, but not for long, because I assume the Pathfinders are just going to shoot into them. Yeah, he's just buffing them with the ethereal. Crisis suit's coming down. Alright, he's bringing the Pathfinders over there to buff. Or to reinforce, I should say. I see he's got even more over here. Yep, they're down. Now you can just move up and capture that back. Yep. Ugh, I hate the zooming on this game. Yeah, see, look at that. All those attacks, bonus damage. And he's not even down a fifth of his health yet. So stupid. Alright, so he's got these guys over here. Alright, surprisingly close match for what it is. So, it says you're behind full cover for some reason. So I guess let's just pull you back here. And we'll shoot there. You've got an 80% chance to hit. If I do this... Ah, okay, so you don't have an action point on the first turn, so I can't just move you and get the kill. But I did stumble across this ghost keel here. So that's not great. Well, I guess we'll just come down here. And then maybe I can just lock these guys down into melee combat. Let's have you body block here. Oh! I didn't even see his Overwatch on there. That is unfortunate. Alright, and we'll move you up. Oh, and of course now, because I moved him to that square... Oh man, I messed this up. So because I have my Termagon there, I now will have to get hit by a zone of control by the ghost kill. Instead, if I would have just had him one square over, that wouldn't have been a problem. And then I could have my warriors up here getting ready to melee him, and they would definitely be able to kill that crisis suit. And now, because of the angles here, I can't attack these guys. Well, okay, good. So you got 75% chance. Oh my god. Alright. This is ridiculous. I guess we're gonna have to move you over here. Dude. Okay, I was gonna say, you better get the kill or I'm gonna be so angry. Alright, crisis suit down. Finally got at least that going for us here. We got you guys over this way. We'll move you over here. I guess we're going to move you up to capture the point. Eat all those attacks. Move you over to here. And he's behind full cover, so you can't shoot. Well, how do I want to do this now? I could charge over here. I could charge there. What do we got? Breachers. It's so stupid. Alright, 18 damage. Alright, what do we got? What else can I do? I can charge here, but then those guys will definitely get the kill. If I move you up to here... You cannot attack anybody. Perhaps had I been on the square to the left there, I could have done something. If I move you up to here, it's 86% chance to hit. Start focusing down this guy. You're just barely out of range. Yeah, if I go there, you're just going to get flamed. Yeah, there's no way for me to position this. Well, I'm pretty convinced we're going to lose here, so I kind of think I should just charge in. Yeah, look at that. I barely have done any damage here. So I guess we're just going to have to advance with you to try to get you at least a little bit closer. If I bring you over here, I guess you'll body block a little bit. I don't know if I move them up one square if that'll be full cover or not. I guess let's move you down to lower their chance to hit. Oh my god. I was thinking, oh, at that angle they shouldn't be able to hit anything, but clearly that's not the case. We've got a 27% chance. So I guess we'll just shoot over here. Yeah. Well, those guys are dead. Alright, advance with these guys, I guess. Alright, and unfortunately our opponent never returned, so because it was his turn when the tournament ended, it automatically gave me the victory, and that pushed me up to tying for #1 spot on the tournament, which is definitely not fair. I don't deserve it, so if any of you guys are watching the rankings and things like that, just remove me from this tournament here, because I shouldn't have scored tied for #1, because I did not play worth a shit, and my opponents were just quitting on me, so it didn't work out well. But that was a complete disaster in terms of builds. I selected the wrong units. So you definitely always want to have at least one HQ unit there, so that way you can summon your strafing run there, because that would have definitely been a huge thing to help us on that left side be able to capture. Now, unfortunately, the strafing run is not particularly good against highly armored units. It's more of an anti-infantry selection. And then the spore mines, when you summon them in, those are like souped up spore mines, which can be quite deadly, but not typically against the Tau, because so few of their units have melee attack, so they can just easily pick them off. So if you're lucky enough to have a big grouping and you drop all those mines on them and blow a bunch of units up, great, but if it doesn't land, then you've effectively wasted your 3 command points on something that's not going to do anything for you. You know, definitely having the prime or something would have helped me on that left side, but they would have been just shot down with a breacher, so definitely didn't work out well for us. We were lucky that we at least got a lucky exocrine shot off and was able to wipe out one of the breachers there. I had pretty sloppy positioning on that left side. I think had I moved that Termagon to the right rock patch there, that would have been full cover and that would have saved him. What effectively happens, he ate all those attacks and then he had nothing left to be able to actually do a regular attack. So I think I should have just moved in there with regular movement and saved the burrowing attack, so I could have got behind there, maybe done some Bioshock, some other abilities to make things worthwhile. But because I had rushed it, then I couldn't do anything with him, unfortunately, so that was a big waste of points. The Biovores, you know, are kind of a fun unit. You can do some interesting things with it. They really shine against, say, the Forces of Chaos, where all their guys have melee, so then they're forced to eat those attacks right in the face when you're using the spore mine, summoning them around them, unless they have the flesh hounds or the demon prince with the range. but they just don't have the damage output. And again, they don't do enough armor piercing where it would actually be helpful to use them against, you know, the commander or crisis suits or the ghost keel. They can literally just walk right past them and take, you know, 10 damage or something. So it's like inconsequential for them. So unless you're lucky enough to be fighting a bunch of drones or infantry, those biovores are probably going to be a big old letdown like they were on my game here. The swarm tactics are definitely not something you typically want to do against the Tau, because they're going to be so good at sniping down your warriors and having a bunch of flame units that they can just easily chew through all of your swarm. Now, the one good thing about the swarm is when they're doing all those kills on top of it, again, it allows you to build up a lot of command points, which you can then use strafing runs and things to get some of the counter kills for the infantry. But for point value, they're going to come out ahead, especially on a map like this where you got to go through these choke points. You can't engage into melee, you're just getting shot up the whole time. Crisis suits work out really well on this map because of that issue, because again, they get 3 turns worth of just missiles that they can shoot from incredible ranges. You can buff up their accuracy with the commander, and then as you saw here, he was doing very similar plays to what I was doing with my Bloodthirster on the prior match, but he was able to have slightly more movement because of the jetpack, so he was able to pull back into positions where I could not shoot into him, whereas he did shoot into my Bloodthirster, and then the Bloodthirster doesn't have any armor, so obviously it takes a ton more damage from range than what that commander does with all of his armor and then the evasion buffs and everything else that he was getting, in addition to the shield drones, which just give him a damage protection effectively by damage mitigation. So definitely well done by our opponent here. He totally would have wiped the floor with me had he kept playing and not abandon the game by not playing any more things. But you know, we all have things going on in our lives, so probably we'll give them the benefit of the doubt something came up and stopped them from being able to compete. But this campaign, or this tournament's definitely been kind of cursed with poor matches here. So I think what I'm going to do is the next tournament is I will play again with the Forces of Chaos and the Tau, because I feel like the players that have asked me to do a tournament with the Tau and Chaos definitely got shafted here. And if they do more of these 60-point matchups, I think I have a good understanding of kind of a force selection that I'd like to play around with to try to play with these 60-point matches. So I think there's some things I can do. So I think this was kind of a fluke tournament here, and the next tournament I'll play with the same factions, and I think I can do much better here, assuming my opponents actually freaking play the game and don't quit or just don't show up for the matches, because like I said, some of you have asked for some tips on how to play as the Chaos and Tyranids again on these tournament maps, and I think I've got, like I said, some ideas, so I will do this again for you. But if you're interested in some competitive play, the first tournament I played with the Blood Angels, so you should get a good idea of that. The second tournament I split between the Adeptus Sororitas and the Tau. I just refuse to do every match with the Tau because they're too overpowered right now, and I just don't think it's fun to play as them against other factions because they're good at everything. They're too overcooked right now, and if you want to get #1, then you want to on the bracket, then definitely play the tournaments with the Tau, and you will mop the floor with most other players here, given where they're at currently. And then, assuming I can get a good tournament in, the following tournament I will try to. I still have to play with the Orcs. And is there another faction I have to play with yet? I don't think I've done it with. Yeah, so I guess it's pretty much the Orcs are the faction I haven't done a tournament yet. And maybe by the time that's done, the Astra Militarum will be released, and then we can play around with them as well, which should be interesting. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. If you're looking for tips, if you're new to this game, I've got unit guide and faction videos up. I have tons of multiplayer matches, and I'll try to upload some of these tournaments when I can play if it coincides with my work schedule. So have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching.